Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. I don't often talk prize walls anymore because most of the time, like if you're free or low spend, there's not a lot of choices. You just get what you can get at the bottom. However, this midweek I think is a fantastic event. I think there are a ton of options. I've spent $30 on the event so far. I have a lot of CSS. I'm at 25K. I have more to do still. A few blitz tickets to use up still. Faction placement, maybe I'll get one more milestone. So I think there's a decent shot I'll get to 32K without a very large spend. Most people in my faction are well over 12K at this point after doing today's tours and stuff. So yeah, I think a lot of people are going to have choices. There's a lot of good stuff in here. So let me give you my thoughts on the prize wall and the prize wall in general. Often you hear people say, and I hear this a lot, and I think it's less true now, maybe than in the past, is if you always take a new character when you can get a new character. I don't think that's necessarily the case. And you might be like, what are you talking about, Mherex? Well, for example, I personally would rate the best thing on this prize wall, and I don't think it's close, actually, is Carmelo right here. The dual MP trainer, if you guys notice, you use the regular MP trainers all the time. Like, you just need them. This trainer, 4 black, 4 purple MP, will always be useful. It never won't be useful. 5 years from now, if we're still playing the game, we'll still be using this trainer. So personally, whenever he's on a prize wall, if I didn't have him, I would prioritize that to get him. So I will start by saying I think his shards, playing the long view to recruit him, no matter where you're at, I actually, for the most part, would say that's the best choice. And now, there are a few exceptions. If you have like no shards of him or very few shards of him and you don't have any skill plates, then you can disregard that. But I think if you're in the 12K range, and up, it's probably accurate that he's at least, and again, this is all just my opinion, that's the most valuable thing on this wall. Okay? More than recruiting any of the other characters, I think long view, what's best for your roster is Carmelo. After that, and this is where we're going to get some controversy going. For example, I am 95 shards away from Jade Cargill. Conventional wisdom, everyone or a lot of people would say, Mherex, you take the 100 shards to recruit Jade. Nah. Nope. Not even kind of. The second best thing on this by far to me is the Piper's Power skill plate. But Mherex, you have 2 of these. Yes, I do. You don't have an LA Knight plate, and it's really good on a couple people. Yes, it is. You only have 1 Judgment Day. It's great on a ton of people. It lets you win with people that shouldn't win. Yes, I do. All of that being said, this doesn't give you any extra damage. This gives you potentially 300% more damage on blue people using pyro gems. This gives you 100% gem damage on anyone using pyro gems. And if it happens to be yellow, you get an additional 500%. Since it's came out, I don't believe this plate has been on a prize wall, question mark. If it has, it hasn't been for a long time. It is absolutely game-changing on a few people. If you're thinking about, like, Regal, it turns Regal into a monster, William Regal. If you want to play new Tech Charlotte at like the highest level, speed, efficiency, and stuff, you actually need this plate on Tech Charlotte. You're not gonna you can loop the buff and cascade risk and stuff and still win. But if you want to be quick, no cascade chance, you actually need this plate for New Charlotte. If you want to run Zombie Sammy and win at 6-star gold, you need the Piper plate, a strap that's pretty big, and his gear. If you don't have all that, you're going to lose some matches with Zombie Sammy. Hall of Fame Ray, if he's your guy, this makes a huge difference on Hall of Fame Ray. Actually turns Showboat Hall of Fame Ray into a monster. There's tons and tons and tons of people this is huge for. I'm not even come close to naming them all. But people that it makes all the difference between always winning turn 1, between having to loop. Kyrie is super good on Kyrie. Yes, this is better on Kyrie, but this is still super good on Kyrie. So to me, even though I have 2 of these, I want a third, and I will take a third over a second Judgment Day plate, over an LA Knight plate, over Recruiting Jade, over any of the other plates, any combination of the other plates. It's not even close to me, right? Will Jade help my roster? 100%. But look at it this way. I'm 95 shards away from Jade. I'm getting them sooner or later. Probably sooner rather than later. This is when there's big skill plates like this, they're always expensive and they're always hard to get. So when you have that opportunity, I think you snatch them and disregard the character. Okay, so those are my top 2 picks. Now, again, there's always room for discrepancy on some of these, right? So let's say, for example, Nightmare Plate can be obtained from feud bags. So if you do your feud, there's always a chance you can get one of those. I actually got one this past feud, just for example. Jade Plate, not really that great on anyone. Braid Plate is pretty good, but it only adds 100%, right? So this is 100% plate, 100% plate. So this is like grossly overpriced compared to these other 2. So if you have a couple Pipers, or you think you want a new plate, okay, LA Knight Plate's good on a couple people, specifically. Judgment Day Plate will take somebody that's a Cascade risk, like a Tech Cody, and make it so you don't Cascade. Also, it'll make it so you can beat anyone because they're never going to get MP. You can put it on all kinds of people, but it doesn't speed anything up. So if you care about speed, not so much, but as far as like convenience, quality of life, massive plate. I'm a Cascade person. I love these for quality of life, but I'd rather do quick damage fast, and I could use 5 or 6 Piper plates, right? So, again, Nightmare Plate is 100% damage. This one's not really like, of the 20Ks, for sure Nightmare is better than Jade Plate. These 3, just no, don't. This one, no. Seamus Crown-ish, but not really. These 3 actually have really good value. So, like, if you don't have a dog-eared gremlin plate and you're using Grayson Waller's sub build, this makes a ton of sense to snag for you. If you got new Rock, and Rock is going to be your striker, Ronda's Jacket makes a ton of sense. If Akam is your guy, Ronda's Jacket is great on Akam. If you're using KO, Bulldog Bracer, those plates have really, really good value. Now, back to the shards versus plates discussion. If you're somebody and you're sitting here watching this and you're saying, like, I'm taking the new character for sure, but then at the same time you never have plates to run people right, maybe that's why. So you know better than me what you have on your roster, but I'm going to make the statement that often, if they're not plates you have, if you're not someone that doesn't have access to plates, and this is going to be a great example, when it was Piper of the Plate, I told everybody I could, made a huge deal, take the plate, don't take Piper. And everyone's like, oh, my lady powerhouses suck. It doesn't matter. You take the plate is so much better, take the plate. And what has been since then? Piper's available like left, right, center, candy, easy to get, and she's not that great anyway. And the plate, hard to get and a massive roster changer. So if you can get a plate that makes your best way better or completely changes your roster, I think you need to do that, right? Like, I think you look long view, not short view. As far as these characters, none of their trainers are like game breaking aside from Mello. Do I want Jade? Yes. Is she the best lady showboat in the game? Yes. Do I care about her? Not really. I've lived without her for a while. I'll get her in the next month or 2. I don't need her today. Seamus, trainer, is blah. A lot of showboats have outclassed him. He's still pretty good. Bianca is not good, right? Kyrie's better than this Bianca. So is Rhea. So, nah. RK Bro, not good, right? So, when you're looking at the prize wall, a lot of people will again say you always take the new character. I'm here to tell you that's not the case. Think about it and do it logically. Like I said, if Rock is your guy and he's who you're winning with, and you're, maybe it's the Ronda's Jacket or Akam or the Gremlin's hat, that'll do more for you than like probably Bianca will, right? So keep all that in mind. Now, that being said, Jade is the best fighter on here, right? Mello is no slouch either, but Jade's the best fighter out of the ones on here. Lashley's not really not good anymore. Piper's not good. Shayna's not good. Orton, debatable, but Ricochet definitely not good. 2 MP trainer though, that can be useful. Shayna, I don't like her at all. I don't think she's good. And LA Knight, grossly overrated. I have him at 6-star silver. Uh, KO is way better. Waller's way better. Um, LA Knight's just rarity bias. He's not good. Just like comparatively to other showboats, especially at gold. He's just getting worse as we scale. So, um, yeah, I do think, like, especially short term, this is great value. If you're struggling to get 6-star gold tokens, for sure take your extras and get this, right? But again, if you're somebody and you don't have a plate and your best guy could use said plate, then I think the plates are a much better choice. And I do think Head and Shoulders, the best choice is Mellow, and Piper is the second best choice. These two, you could kind of flip a coin. Do you want to be faster with some people, or do you want to have the convenience of being able to win with pretty much anyone and not worry about cascades? This is way overpriced. Stay away. Stay very, very away. It only adds 100%, 32k. Not good. Heart of Jade, not really used hardly on anyone. So again, Nightmare Plate is more useful for sure. Mela's Mask, you're not going to use on anyone. KO, I have 2 of them. Not really many good places to use them. You can put them on a bunch of people, but really the only good one is Cowboy Bob with Moment. And then you could maybe make a case for Cody against Powerhouses with his immobile build and the nearing end plate, but it's not worth getting. Just get it out of feud bags when you get it. Mark of a Hero skill plate. I don't. People use it on Steiner. Pretty sure it still doesn't work on Steiner, and they're using it on him anyway. That's Powerhouse Steiner. Otherwise, most of the case where this is useful and all hard is useful and is better. There's not anyone that this is going to change the game for on the Foley plate. So again, just stay away from this middle section, right? And these, just grab these 3 have the most value of the 4K plates for sure, if there's somebody you're using. So like Showboat KO, if you want to use this red build set, Bulldog Bracer is very nice, right? Baddest Jacket, like I said, New Rock, Acom, Dog Ear Gremlin Plate, Nikki Cross, Waller, stuff like that. Again, that's just my thoughts. Down here, like filler, like I said, the Gold Star tokens are actually really good value. But like compared to a plate or shards, maybe not. So that's how I look at a Prizewall. That's how I approach it. I want to get to 32k and get my 3rd Piper plate because it's so good on so many people. And I don't like changing plates around. For me, the LA Knight plate would take a second because I have 1 Judgment plate, and I'll just wait on Jade Cargill. Yeah, she's a great showboat, but I don't actually need her, and I'll get those shards sooner or later regardless. So again, to recap in ranking, I think by far the best thing long term for a roster is Mellow. Second best thing would be the Piper's Power skill plate, and then probably the LA Knight plate. Although Judgment Day plate is so convenient and I hate cascading, so those are close. And then after that, if it recruits Jade for you, I think it probably makes sense, especially considering you can get these 2 out of feud bags. You can absolutely get those 2 out of feud bags. So, yeah, that's my thoughts. Hopefully you found this Prizewall breakdown helpful. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree with me, disagree with me? You think I'm crazy for saying take the plates over the shards that recruit a character? Anyway, yeah, remember to like, subscribe, and share because that really helps me out. And that, guys, thanks for watching and good luck out there. Oh, also, by the way, great event. This is a really good event. I love having choices, love seeing people talking about choices. Fantastic midweek event. Props Scopely on this one. Hopefully see more like this. This has been fun. So, yeah. Peace.